Taylor? Okay. We'll go ahead and get going. I'm Battalion Chief Stuart Bevis, the Wichita Fire Department. I want to talk this morning about a house fire that occurred last night at 1728 North Bluff. At about 10:50 last night, crews responded to the report of a house fire. When they got there, they found smoke showing from the front of the house. They learned that there was occupants in the home at the time. As they initiated their efforts, they located one occupant inside the residence near the front door, evacuated him initially. He was not breathing, but quick actions actually got him breathing really fast there on the scene. He was transported to St. Francis in serious condition. As they continued into the scene, the crews found a second victim in the basement, and this male was transported in critical condition and remains in critical condition in St. Francis Burn Center. The second victim was a 70-year-old male. He suffered about 20% burns to his upper body, and right now he's in his medical condition. We've been unable to speak with him. The first victim, a 68-year-old male, is actually up and talking to investigators last night. Did really well recovery, and we're able to talk to him. He indicated that he was upstairs and heard the smoke alarm going off and heard his brother in the basement yelling about a fire. As he tried to assist his brother, he was overcome by smoke, and that's where crews found him. Right now, the cause of the fire is under investigation. We'd really like to be able to talk to the occupant of the basement. We did estimate the damage loss at $40,000 to structure and $20,000 to contents. And like I said, the investigation is ongoing. That's really all I have.
Chief Blackwell was out there this morning. Can we say why he's there?
He tends to try to get out when we have injured civilians or firefighters. So he probably, once he heard that we had 2 victims pulled out, he probably just responded. No, I had no reports of any fire crews injured in that fire.
Were they the only 2 that resided in this home?
That's my understanding, is we had those 2 occupants were home at the time of the fire. You know, on the upside, we did have a smoke alarm that activated and did alert one of the occupants. The other occupant, we assume, was aware of the fire because he was calling for help to fight the fire, but it does sort of emphasize to us, even with the limited information we have, that we want to focus on people when you hear that smoke alarm. It's really the notice for you to get out. At that point, if it's going off, there's a good chance the fire is at a level where you really can't facilitate extinguishing it. That's when it's time to get out and call 911, get you and your family safe, so get the fire crews en route so they can take care of the fire.
Have you determined what area of the house it might have started in?
The fire area of origin looks to be in the basement in one of the bedrooms, so that is why the victim in the basement suffered the most significant injuries.
Do you know if there's any kind of an exit in the basement?
No, I don't have that information.
Do you know who called in 911?
Yeah, it was the occupant, upstairs occupant, the 68-year-old male. He actually called it in. Which, that's good, got us going, but we'd much rather him get outside and call us from a safe location. Right now, you know, there's significant injuries to be dealt with. Could have been much worse at this point, but at least now they have a fighting chance.
Were you able to locate the victim right away?
It was a fairly quick rescue, I believe, especially the first one, because unfortunately, I mean, what happens most often, they're actually near a front door or near an exit, and that's where our crews encountered the first one. Second one, I think, was a little bit longer going, but I don't have the exacts on that, because you are talking about a basement, so you have to get somebody up out of the stairs.
And obviously they were probably dealing with a lot of smoke too.
Correct.
Just for my reference, can you spell your name for me?
Yeah, Stuart, S-T-U-A-R-T, Bevis, B as in boy, E-V-I-S. All right, that's all I got. Thanks.
All right, good morning. We have two Interwatch items for you this morning. One of them is going to be an aggravated robbery that occurred on the 12th, and the second one is just information about our annual award ceremony that will be occurring later this afternoon. The first one, like I said, is an aggravated robbery, case number 16C 79551. 16C 79551. It occurred in the 1300 block of North Oliver on the 12th of November at approximately 9:30 p.m. On November 12th at approximately 9:30 p.m., officers were dispatched to an armed robbery at the Presto in the 1300 block of North Oliver. Upon arrival, officers made contact with a 31-year-old female employee. The employee stated that two unknown suspects entered the store, one of them armed with a handgun. One of the suspects began removing cash out of the cash register drawer, and after doing so, they both fled on foot. There were other patrons in the store at the time of the robbery that were interviewed by police. However, there were no injuries reported to us. We do ask if you have any additional information on this case to please call the WPD detectives at 268-4407 or Crime Stoppers at 267-2111. And the suspect descriptions, first one is an unknown black male, 5'5", 140. He was wearing a gray hoodie, blue shoes, and black pants. And the second suspect was an unknown black male, 5'5", 140 pounds, wearing a black shirt, and he was armed with a black handgun.
Hey, Sean, can you give me that case number?
Yeah, case number is 79551.
On the first suspect description, can you again describe his clothing?
The first suspect, he had a gray hoodie. He was wearing blue shoes, and he had black pants. And then the second item this morning is the Wichita Police Department Annual Awards Ceremony. Today at 3 p.m., the Wichita Police Department will be presenting their annual Officer of the Year Award, Non-Sworn Employee of the Year Award, and Cooper McKee Volunteer Award. The Officer of the Year is awarded to Officer Renee Bryant. The non-sworn employees are awarded to Erica Cepeda, Monica Neinstead, and Creighton Easley. And the Cooper McKee Volunteer is awarded to Sel Solomon. The event will take place this afternoon at 3 p.m. in the first floor boardroom. Pictures of the event will be posted on the Wichita Police Department Facebook page, and I encourage everybody to join us in congratulating these individuals on their outstanding achievements and receiving these awards. All right.